Bonjour, c'est vendredi. Vous regardez une promenade avec Joe? Cette semaine, je suis à Montreal. And that is just about all the French that I know. I learned that just for you guys. So I hope you all feel special. But it's true, this week I am in Montreal, in Quebec, in Canada. And you guys are on another walk with me. Oh, Canada. Da 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 da. That's the only part I know. Yeah, I have to say, I was kind of surprised when I got here and I see all these cars on the road. I was really expecting people to be using dogs and bobsleds. Well, I guess it's kind of warm for that this time of year. I say warm, all I mean is there's no snow. Still cold to my Florida ass. Dude, it's a fucking castle. I didn't think I'd see a fucking castle. Green tea. What the hell? Is that a beer tap at the table? Oh, Christ, there's something I've never seen before. The temperature is somewhere between penguin's tail and witch's tit. It's definitely not what I'm used to being a Florida boy. Fucking cold. In Montreal, there's a church every 5 feet. If I picked up a rock anywhere in the city and I threw it, odds are it's probably gonna hit a church. Just because they're so common. They're everywhere. It's kind of cool though, because they're kind of historical. And if you look ahead of me on the right, there's another church. They're everywhere. I'll tell you what, when they told me Montreal was a city full of churches, they weren't kidding. And then there's St. Catherine Street, where I can go and sin like a motherfucker. That's where I've been hanging out most of the time. That's where all the clubs are, the strip clubs. Did I say strip clubs? I meant my place of worship. My church. St. Catherine Street is very much like the Bourbon Street of Montreal. Not quite as busy, but they do keep the traffic closed off this time of year, so that way people can walk up and down the street and not get run over. And this is the part of the town where all the good clubs are, and all the really good restaurants. And I like a city where there's a lot of good food to choose from. What's cool about Montreal is that if you look at the skyline, you can see all of the buildings are just about the same height, and there's a mountain off in the distance as well. All of the skyscrapers are the same height because the buildings can't be taller than the mountain. And I've learned that Montreal is French for Mount Royal. Cool, huh? Something I haven't quite gotten used to is everyone speaks French. And I don't understand what any of them are saying. I mean, the thing about it is that most people who have talked to me say I blend in pretty well here, that I don't really look like a tourist, which is flattering. Until they start talking to me in French. Luckily, most people speak both French and English here. So once they start talking in French, I start talking in English, and then they switch over. It's kind of like hitting the SAP button on a TV. Question. Do you guys think a language barrier would be a valid excuse for running the sign? So I found this place, Sky, and they have the best sangria for a really good price. After that size picture, I think I'm going to be ready to hit the clubs. I love being on vacation so much. They say that the human bladder can hold 16 ounces of liquid, but I just drank 2 pitchers of sangria. I haven't peed yet. But I really, really have to. Now. Oh my god, this feels so much better. I shouldn't have drank 2 pitchers of sangria. Well, this is certainly taking a long time. I should have brought something to read. I'm gonna be here for a while. Well, there's an advertisement. Am I out? I think I'm out. This is an interesting piece of artwork. Kind of depressing. It kind of reminds me of an old lady falling down the stairs. Dude, check out the Lego man behind me. He's got a big D. Ha ha ha. Everybody here speaks French. And I've run into some people who don't speak any English at all. And they just keep talking to me in French. And I can't tell if they're coming out to me or surrendering. I had somebody do that last night and I couldn't figure it out at first. Eventually, I did figure it out. And it turns out I was being hit on. I didn't understand I was being hit on. And I think he got the gist of that pretty fast. Because a few moments later, he comes back with his cell phone and has Google Translate open. He then proceeds to use Google Translate to continue hitting on me. It was altogether awkward and cute at the same time. And that just goes to show, it's 2015. Just because you might not speak the same language as somebody, you can pretty much hit on whoever you want to, as long as you have Google Translate. I find that animals here are even so much hairier. Take a look over there. See? See, that's someone taking their bear for a walk. Well guys, that's just about all the time that I have for you today. If you like this video, hit the like button below, leave a nice comment for me. Please don't leave any comments in French, I won't understand them. I'm just kidding, I will use Google Translate. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, be sure to hit this little subscribe button right here because I'm going to be back next week with another video for you guys. And I'll be back in sunny, warm Florida. Until next week, I'm Joe, and I'll see you guys later. Bye! Au revoir!